One next day where our altcoin portfolio is performing here super well. Also Ethereum is smashing here up to higher levels, reach about $3,400 and is now on a very crucial zone. We will also talk about a liquidation map on Bitcoin where we have our new trade setup sitting. We will need to talk also about the Bitcoin dominance, because the Bitcoin dominance is falling down, to see how our altcoin portfolio is making here many gains to the upside. And for sure we have also our trade setup ready for Bitcoin, so definitely stick around and let's go. Let's first of all start here with Ethereum, because yesterday we reached almost our trade target of $3,200, and in yesterday's video I talked about this. I will remove my take profit here and keep the take profit open, because if we are smashing through this resistance level over here on the 50-minute chart, we can definitely expect a huge more move to the upside, and this is exactly what we're seeing right now on Ethereum. We also talked about yesterday about a new trade setup. If you missed this trade setup down below here, you can just enter it after a retest of our support line here, and this is exactly what we're seeing here right now. Ethereum is going here to our next entry zone, so we can always move it like here. So potentially I would wait a little bit if we are getting like a smaller correction, because we didn't see a proper retest of this. If you want to be more on the risky side, you can just enter the trade right now. I just keep my trade running. We are now up over 220% here to the upside. So congratulations also on all who took this trade with us together. You find the link down below in the video description. There you get the access to our Telegram channel. There I also shared the trade entry down below here on Ethereum, and in total, if you bought it just on spot with our entry price, you would be up like over 16% to the upside on the highest point, just on spot without leverage. With leverage, way more. You saw it on my trade, over 200% to the upside. So you more than double your account, which is absolutely crazy. And Ethereum is also getting now ready for the next trade setup. And the trade setup is here still active, to be honest. So we can remove first of all this one. As we expected, if we break the level here, find it as support as it is right now. So it needs to be a little bit, let's change the color here to make this as our support area. Also on the 4-hourly chart, let's have a look there, because this is more important if we choose it on a 4-hourly chart. Even on the 4-hourly chart, we get a perfect retest, to be honest. So here we can perfectly enter our trade position. We can also have a quick look on the EMA ribbon here on the 4-hourly chart. Why is not loading? Okay, I don't know why the EMA ribbon is not loading here right now, but it's all good. We can just skip it and talk about a little bit more about the Bitcoin dominance, because this is definitely what we want to see here, that the Bitcoin dominance is falling here to the downside, as we can see it here right now. So we are kind of on the way to our proper altcoin season. So this is exactly what we have seen in November before. I told you many times already on this channel over a couple of days, if we see a drop like this, altcoins will moving absolutely crazy to the upside, and this is exactly what we're seeing here right now. Here even on Ethereum, like 6% to the upside, BONK, XRP performing super crazy. Let's have a look also directly here on BONK. Oh, BONK is flying like crazy here. So we also talked about BONK many couple times before, that we can expect here, if we're breaking this support line here, let's mark this definitely as a support right now. If you're breaking this support line to the upside, getting a proper retest, especially on the daily chart, we can expect here a massive move here on BONK to the upside. Imagine you catch this. We was talking BONK about here, account at this level, would be up like 50%. So there I told you, if we break this level here to the upside, you can definitely expect here a major move to the upside. I think it was on yesterday's, on the day before the stream, we talked a lot about BONK. So definitely don't miss out the upcoming videos. don't forget to subscribe to the channel that you never miss out on the next videos, because here, if you ended right now there, 50% to the upside, absolutely amazing. If you are getting here now a proper retest to the downside, get a confirmation or new long confirmation, we can definitely expect also higher potential movers. Also what we can see here right now, we are already moving here again to the upside. So we're getting like a smaller retest of, yeah, we didn't catch like our supported areas. We had here resistance, then we broke through it. Had here the first proper retest on the 15-minute chart, but we want to wait definitely for the retest on the 1-hourly chart, get a push to the upside, get a rejection, and now again the move to the upside. And we are not far away from our all-time high on BONK. So all-time high and my target zone for the trade after the buy zone here would be here around this level, around the all-time high over there, and even higher prices on the way to the upside. So this is definitely one of my trade. I definitely have an eye on it, even on my spot or also on my leverage position. If you also want to do leverage or spot trading, just go in the video description. There you find a link directly to Bitfinex. There I do all my altcoin trades. You can just go there, claim your deposit bonus. I make also a huge deep tutorial about how to use spot trading, how to use futures trading, how you can adjust the leverage. So just check this definitely out. It's one of my best exchange, I would definitely say, because the overlay, as you see it, it's super easy, it's super nice. You can just drag and drop your stop loss or your take profits. It's a super nice exchange. But let's go back to the liquidation, because we have also definitely to talk about Bitcoin in this video, because Bitcoin is now here activate our limit order. As we told here after the rejection, like a proper W formation here, and I told you even if we broke this resistance line and the resistance line of the W, we can definitely expect a move to the upside. We didn't reach our target. Here target would be 120,000 US dollars and 120,800 US dollars. We didn't reach it yet. We came back to our entry level, but it's not that bad because we found our supported area always here in this kind of range. We can mark this also for us that we have here like a super big supported area. And so in kind of this range here. Even if we hold this area, we are absolutely fine. I think we grabbed some liquidity over there. Yeah, as you can see it here, we grabbed the liquidity. We still have some liquidity down below us on 115,000 US dollars. This is what we definitely have to keep in mind. But we're going here to the 24-hourly chart. We can see we grabbed exactly the liquidity down below there. I can imagine that the market makers will going a little bit lower, grab the liquidity down here on 117,000 US dollars, which would be like around, yeah, would be like around here. Grab the liquidity over there and then move the price to the upside to our next all-time high, because when we're seeing also on the liquidity, there is not much liquidity down below here on the 24-hourly chart. The more liquidity is sitting now above us, so this is definitely a good sign that we can expect here a move to the upside, even also on the 3-daily chart. For sure we have some liquidity sitting down below here, but the main liquidity is now building up to the upside, even also if we are, let's look also here on the monthly. Yeah, some liquidity is sitting down below, but the main liquidity going here till 125, 126,000 US dollars to the upside. So there's a lot of liquidity sitting above us. So it makes definitely sense as the market makers will move here to the upside. Grab the liquidity over here, so we can definitely expect something like this, moving to the upside. Grab the liquidity on the high, and then market makers will shoot the price to the downside. New liquidity will building up, new shorts positions coming in if we are going to the kind of range about 115 to 111,000 US dollars. A lot of short liquidity will building up, and then market makers will shoot the move finally more to the upside. And my target would be remains the same, as we can move zoom here a little bit out. Let me go to the different chart where I have it. 28 to 135,000 US dollars. This is definitely my main target here on the daily chart, and the daily chart is not looking that bad. We have now a red candle for today, but I definitely expect here the red candle from today is moving into a green candle. We have like 18 hours left, so definitely a possibility that we can expecting here. And also here on the daily chart, you see exactly what we're pointing out. After hitting the all-time high, I was expecting a liquidation candle. It was not a kind of liquidation candle, it was not a flush candle to the downside, was more like a proper move to the downside, but I expect here definitely a recovery to the upside. So then if we're getting like this next all-time high, we have exactly pointed out the scenario what we are talking about before. Let's have also a quick look on the other Bitcoin chart. Here we can also see that we are respecting here our levels definitely to the positive side. So we are getting supported on the middle band of this rising channel here over there, get the breakout in the last couple of days for the all-time high, and I expect move back to the middle of the band when we're reaching here this resistance line over here. So we touched it one time there, one time here, so the next time here, and I expect definitely in the next couple of weeks, or maybe like in the next following week, that we are rising to the upside, get a retest of the resistance line, get a retest also on the middle band, and then get finally the move to the upside, which exactly will pointing out also with the liquidations, because as I told you in the couple minutes before, that we have sitting liquidity down below at 116,000 US dollars. It would be remains is exactly here, this kind of level. So it's kind of the level we are sitting at right now. So if we get a proper push to the upside, get a retest of this liquidity down below there, this is definitely the next trade you can enter. But wait definitely before. First of all, we have to go higher. We have to grab the liquidity down below there or above our price level before market makers will push it down again. So new liquidity will building up, because if we are getting the next all-time high, a lot of long positions will also come in the market. We are, to be honest, they will came a little bit late. The liquidity or the liquidations will build around this kind of area, and one time the market maker also will move the liquidity or the price down to the liquidity to grab the liquidity and shoot then for the next run to the upside. Even if we are expecting here this move to the downside, so when Bitcoin is consolidation, we don't need to go to the upside for Bitcoin. We can also consolidate here a little bit sideways, and this is exactly then the moment where the altcoin rally is starting. Bitcoin making like a small correction or a sideways move, and the altcoins are performing better. So this is definitely the moment when the altcoin season is starting. And let's have a look on the altcoin season index. And here on the altcoin season index, we're moving higher to 40% to the upside here on the altcoin season index. So we're getting more and more in the altcoin season in. So this is definitely a good position where we can open new long positions on altcoins, focusing more on altcoins, even also on this channel. I will talk a little bit more in the next following days about some altcoins, because even Bitcoin is going into higher levels, altcoin performing way better. We also see it on Ethereum. Ethereum is absolutely went crazy in the last couple of days. Also BONK, you saw it, we talked about in this video. Ethereum is going absolutely crazy. Also Solana is moving very hard to the upside. So it makes more sense to position ourselves here in the altcoins, get the next gains here in the altcoin run, position ourselves there, take the profits over there, because if we are reaching, or when we are reaching around $70, 70% to 80%, this is the moment where you want to sell all your altcoin portfolio or even close all the leverage trades. Position yourself now, then back to Bitcoin or to some other assets. So definitely keep an eye on the altcoin season index, because even if all people are talking, now we're going to the altcoin season, this is the moment you should definitely switch your position around. I would sell all or most of my altcoin trades or my altcoins around 70%, between 70 and 80%. That's also the reason why I removed my take profit on Ethereum. I want to also remove my take profit from Solana, because I was expecting, if you're breaking here this resistance line to the upside, tested as a support as it is right now, we can expect a move also on Solana to the next highs, because if you're getting like the break of this level here, we could definitely expect a fast move to 180 or 82 US dollars. So this is definitely what we can expect in the couple of next days. I want to remove this the take profit, but then it's already hitting my take profit because it was a god candle to the upside. So I'm just in my Ethereum position. I will definitely hold my Ethereum position, which is now up like over 200%. I will definitely hold this till we reach the end of the altcoin season. I will recompound my Ethereum position on the way up. I will definitely keep you updated here on this channel, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like definitely also the video. And if you also want to have more crypto content, watch the video here, and then we see in the next video tomorrow.